This interview is brought to you by the Pro Fight Shop in Hollywood. Radio Rahim here at the HBO promo session with Mike Mile High Alvarado. You know, I caught a little glimpse of what you were doing in there. It looked very passionate. You were intense. Just talk to me about the experience of being a main event fighter on HBO and doing these promos.
It's awesome. I mean, it sinks in. It brings more emotion to it. It brings more heart into what I do. You know, and it helps me know that, I made it to this level. So, you know, it makes me fight harder and it makes me want to train even that much harder. So it's a good thing. You know,
Mike, you've been a tough guy, your whole life and certainly your whole boxing career. It seems like you've been scrapping to kind of break through, and this is your moment. After beating Rios and really making yourself, one of those close to household names, getting this kind of attention, emotionally, how does it feel to know that you've reached at least the next level in your game?
It feels good. I mean, it's deep. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to my career. It means a lot to my family, my main supporters that are there for me. So, I mean, knowing that, it's only making me better as a fighter. And, I mean, knowing people know that, I'm a good candidate to watch as far as scrapping and fighting tough. I mean, I'm switching that transition to boxing a lot more, but I mean, still get good fights out of me no matter what. But it's just been a blessing all around.
Fighting is one of those sports that there's no blueprint on how you come up. Some guys, come up with an easier path. Obviously, that's not you. Now that you beat Rios in the rematch, it stood to reason that you would get the next big fight, but somehow Rios ended up with the Pacquiao fight other than instead of you. Talk to me about how that happened and how you feel about it.
I'm fine with it. I mean, I get to defend my title in my hometown, so I mean that's huge to me. That means a lot to me. As far as fighting a bigger fight, I mean, I'm cool with it. I mean, all bigger fights are yet to come still for me. So, I mean, I hope he does good against Pacquiao. I hope, I know Pacquiao had a lot to do with him choosing that fight with Rios. So, I mean, that's the way it was supposed to go. That's the way it's supposed to be. But bigger fights are yet to come, so it's all right.
Do you think that you're in line for the winner of Rios Pacquiao?
Yeah, definitely. That's still a wide open shot. I mean, me and Rios definitely still have to finish our trilogy, That was one of the best fight of the year pretty much, to watch. It made boxing, you know. So
I think hands down the first one was fight of the year.
Yeah.
Your second one was a phenomenal show.
Yeah, definitely.
And you're facing yet again another guy who's known as a slugger, a come forward fighter. Not a lot of dimensions, but a whole lot of heart. Are you going to approach him the same way you approach Rios?
Yeah, I mean, I'm only getting better at my boxing abilities, and I've yet to have more of my technique come out. I'm only gotten better after the Rios fights, so those fights pretty much kept me ready for fights that are still yet to come, just like the one that I have next. So
it seemed like the adjustment that you made to edge out Rios in the second fight was that you boxed more. You were more of a technician. Are you going to continue down that path, even though slugging's been successful for you? Fighting a slugger like Provodnikov, do you feel like you're going to continue to improve your boxing and focus on that?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has a game plan so they get hit, but I mean, I'll stick to my game plan. I'll stick to it, and if the fight's gonna go the way it goes. I mean, he has his style, I have my style, and I'm gonna continue boxing regardless. And I'm a fighter too. Everybody's seen that in my heart, and I'm a warrior. So wherever the fight goes, I'll be ready for it.
And with this increased fan base and attention, Mike, you say you're fighting at home. There's got to be some added pressure there. You've had your challenges in the past in your personal life. How do you feel like you're going to deal with this new attention and spotlight? And what kind of adjustments have you made in your personal life to make sure you don't trip up again?
I've always been ready for it. I've always been an entertainer. I've always been a performer since I was younger, since my wrestling days into my boxing days. And it's just added up to this point, all that hard work ethic and those big fights that came to make me on this level. I was ready for it. It was meant to be, and here I am. And I'm going to just prove and show that this is where I belong.
Thank you, Mike. Good luck.
Thank you.
Radio Rahim with Mile High, Mike Alvarado.